Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pradeep Mal, Ambassador of Change from GETI, the Global Education and Training Institute of Lucknow. We are the premier institute for training principals and teachers in India and all over the world, many parts of the world. And we have many in-service and pre-service programs. And for more information on this, please go to 7408401000. Right now, you are on our disruptive education platform provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And on this platform, we have met with and interacted with more than 1,450 educators from India and all over the world. And this afternoon, we have for you Mrs. Sai Snata Dash. She's the founder and CEO of Garrison in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. She's a student by profession, a techie by passion, and a startup girl by heart. She is an accidental entrepreneur and the founder of a fitness tech adventure called Grassion, that aims at making a revolution in the fitness industry. She's a dreamer, a curious person, and has been always curious as a child. And she says curiosity is its own reason for existing. She says it was never easy. It was never supposed to be. Uh, she says she's an emotional person, and she slowly started working on multiple startup ideas, and they flourished. And her dreams started to take wings. Finally, once she had set up her mind and seriously started working on her ideas and her mindset, it was Gracien. She says the journey has been interesting and tough and still continues to be adventurous. She says your network is your net worth. So she's always open for connecting with like-minded people and discussing ideas. Thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you. Welcome for being with us. And she's going to be speaking on entrepreneurship in emerging economies. Entrepreneurship in emerging economies. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you so much for the warm introduction and a very good afternoon to whoever is watching live right now. And yes, so I suppose myself to be calling a dreamer and an entrepreneur by heart more than any fancy titles that can ever define you. But still, if you would like to know that I was always a curious child, curious person from my childhood, as sir has just specified. So the thing is, like, I wasn't never into like intended to do for doing business in my life. What I always supposed to do is experiment with so many things. I used to do research as a child about various things in Google. So all these things, like I was like, my childhood was never easy. So it's like there were so many difficulties, families, Indian families. So you see, they have not been so supportive. uh this is just the own struggle. It's your own life, own path, and own struggles. So the thing that I wanted to say is, right now I have, like, before few times I've also been awarded the Karma Veer Chakra award, which is a global civilian honor, and got selected into Thiel fellowship, the first round, which is like a 20 under 20 fellowship in the world. And all these achievements there, this is one sided, and my work, which is my only focus, that is Gratian, that is in one side. And all the failures, that is one side. There are three parts in my life that I have divided into. So I think this is how a person should be. They shouldn't be like they shouldn't be too much happy when they get a lot of achievements, or they shouldn't be too much demoralized when they get failures. The journey of entrepreneurship taught me one thing, that if you won't give up, you will make it. Because you just have to be consistent and nothing else. You just gotta be getting a burning desire for your idea. And if you think that what you are working on, that idea is genuinely good, don't let anyone talk you out of it. So I think that's what is all that matters in this journey. So, introducing myself, as they say that I am a student by profession and a techie by passion and an entrepreneur by heart. And he called that I am I call myself an accidental entrepreneur is because I was never into entrepreneurship as I specified it before. I was into, like, I got fascinated in tech, and I did a lot of networking. So, meeting new people, attending events, I think that's how my journey started. I was like in my city here, there were so many events related to startup that were happening. So I my sole intent was to attend all those events and network with people. And that's how all it started. I never had such like, you can say, a very strong idea that I could pursue, or I never had any knowledge about business. Or I never I was into technology, AI, or cyber security, and I wanted to make a career into it. I wanted a good life, was a simple girl. I was into, like, I need a peaceful life, small network and small circle, and all those things. But I think destiny has different choices for me, because it's been said that sometimes we make choices and sometimes choices make us. And I didn't choose entrepreneurship. Actually, entrepreneurship chosen me. So that's the reason I'm pursuing it. So I would like to start with entrepreneurship, what exactly it is. This word has been quite popular and cool these days, so I've been into it. Before, it was never considered as cool of doing a startup or pursuing entrepreneurship. So it's been last 2.5 years around since I just completed my plus two, like, my 12th. I just completed my 12th. So from that, I heard this word called entrepreneur, and I thought that, okay, let's start with networking, because it's very important. And I loved it. I loved talking to meeting new people, and getting to know about their experience and life journey. So I think environment is the thing that matters a lot. So I think if I would be living somewhere else, which remote area, or that should not it should not be having a lot of opportunities or exposures, I don't know, maybe I would not be pursuing this. So I think environment matters a lot. So that's how it all started. I would say the true meaning of entrepreneurship is that when one, like, you can say, what exactly according to me, because entrepreneurship definition in Google or anywhere else you'll find different. So what according to me entrepreneurship is, uh, if you get an idea, and even if you don't have any knowledge in the same, uh, uh, on the same, and you have deep passion and a dream to pursue something really great and to bring a positive change in the society or positive impact in the society, so you can go and pursue entrepreneurship. What exactly is the difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur? I would like to say that in here is, the chai tapori wala, which is in front of your home, is also a businessman, but he is not an entrepreneur. All entrepreneurs can be businessmen, but not all businessmen are entrepreneurs. So what matters the most is, like, when an entrepreneur builds something, even if the businessman builds something, when there is a existing market, there is opportunities, and he does something by taking risk, just by making more and more money. But for an entrepreneur, money is never the goal. The positive impact in the society is the goal. So even if the market exists or doesn't exist, an entrepreneur doesn't care about the same. So he is only his sole intent is only that, even if I just want to make this idea a reality, I don't care whether the industry exists, whether the awareness is there, whether the sector is organized or not, but that idea should become a reality one day. So my journey has been quite interesting and adventurous, because I, as a person, feel like entrepreneurship is a mindset. It's not a designation of position, it's a mindset. So I think I, as a person, always had that. And if speaking about my journey, I was suffering from depression and anxiety from a very early age, so I exactly know how it feels like when you have so many things coming up and when you have so many things breaking you. So that time the only thing you could think of is making your parents proud, or you making your studying hard and making a good career out of it. So that's how all it started. When I slowly started working on multiple ideas, I worked on an idea which is a social, like it was related into a social startup. So uh, I started from there, and I was too much emotional regarding my idea. I never thought it from a business perspective. I was like, my idea is so good, because but the reality is the ideas never matters. What matters is the execution. And that's how you bring that thing into like the ideas come every day to everyone's mind. But making that a reality, the how you execute is the one that counts, that really counts. So I worked on multiple ideas, some I failed. And when for the first time I got serious, it was after the lockdown only, when I started. I got more into this because it's been said that there are small things which break you is are the things only which make you more stubborn and rigid about your idea, like, no, I am going to pursue this anyhow now. So it's because that motivation came from that spark which I have inside me, because I never really wanted to give up on this, because the idea that I am working right now, that I said that it's Grassion, that it's a fitness adventure, it's related to fitness domain. So I have been so deeply passionate about it since my childhood, and there were no opportunities around. So I think that made me motivated to work harder enough. So I'll just come into that about what exactly my idea and what I'm doing about just a little later. Right now I would like to speak about my journey, like what exactly happens in entrepreneurship. Because people think that they wanted to do entrepreneurship because they want to escape from their 9 to 5 jobs, but this is not the case. Like, do this because you really wanted to do something, not just because you wanted to escape. Because here you wanted to because here you have to work 24 into 7, not just 9 to 5. So there you have only one boss. Here you will be having so many bosses. Your customers are your bosses, your are your boss, your team is your boss, and every those little things that are under you are all your bosses only as a founder. Because the success belongs to everyone, but the failures belongs to the founder. So I think the main thing that's in entrepreneurship is team building, because that's the most challenging part that I think. So team like I personally faced a lot of challenges, because initially you don't have that much of capital. And due to that reason, people don't say, they're like, why would I going to like work with you, because you don't have like literally so much money, and what idea are you building? I don't even know. I'm not sure that whether it's going to take off or not. Your little idea, silly idea. That's how people react. So that is the reason why you will not have a lot of people or a good strong team in the starting. But once you build it, even if you have the capital of it or you don't have, but the team building and the bonding inside the core team, the initial 4 or 5 members, whatever are your co-founders, that's very important. Because so many great ventures like Nokia and so many ventures who have failed, they have a major reason of their top level managers as well. So, okay, now coming to my venture, what I am doing. So, I'm working on a venture, fitness tech venture. It's called Grassion. It's a fitness social media, and in which you can get, like, you can say it's a fitness Instagram where you can get authentic premium content related to fitness. And initially, we'll be launching our MVP very really soon. And we do have a good core team right now, and we're working about the working on the app development right now. And what like it really aims to like organize the whole fitness center of sector. And we are like, our vision is to create a monopoly in the fitness industry, like the capture the whole wellness industry. Like my whole vision is to like when you speak shopping, Amazon or Flipkart comes to your mind, and when you speak about payments, phone pay and Paytm comes to your mind. When you speak about videos, YouTube comes to your mind. So when you speak about fitness, Grassion should be the thing that should come to your mind. So that's the sole vision. So I think there are so many challenging situations that you have to face in entrepreneurship. Not like this you get an idea today, like what today so many people, like so many of my friends are doing is they think that startup, building a startup is cool these days. Of course there are so many opportunities coming up in there to help startups, but it doesn't mean that it ain't easy, it ain't hard building a business, you know. So so what they think is today they get an idea, and tomorrow they are going to buy a domain name in the website, and day after tomorrow they are gonna get their visiting cards, some of the visiting cards in their name, and after that they register their company, and done, business is done. But that's not actually how it works. The first step in making a startup is market research. You have to do a lot of market research, and I think that's the most challenging part, and that's the part that are most of the today's like millennials are missing. So that's very important part. And when we have we were doing the like market research, there were so many things coming up that are like a competitors analysis, analyzing the market thoroughly, collecting surveys from our target customers. So I think these are so much crucial steps that you, these are your homeworks that you need to do in your initial days. When I started, I used to make a presentation of 20 25 slides, and in whoever whoever wherever I applied in competitions, startup competitions, and they used to look at and they are like, what you have done, this is nothing that that's showing your that's depicting your product. So there were so many times that I got rejected, and sometimes I got the positive feedback, got the feedbacks, and sometimes I didn't. So but you know, the journey will taught you, will teach you everything only if you're not willing to give up. Because the things that happened to me personally, that there were so many days that I tried to give up. I There were a lot of self doubts. Like every day there are like self doubts which is filled, and which make you like, no, let's just give up. So if you say that every night I want to give up, but every morning I wake up and want to pursue this again, because this is something that I'm really passionate about, and this is the sector that I really want to bring a positive change. That's, I think that's what all it takes to make, to build a venture successful from its core to like success. So I think a lot of people ask me that how do you build, how are you going to how have you built these things, be your application or your website or setting of your team and everything in 0 rupees. I wouldn't call it free, because the time, energy, and the dream, and the passion, and the right, what you can say, whatever things we are putting on it is not free of cost. It has a cost which no one can even give. Not even money can fulfill that. But what exactly motivates me is like when you really trust on the process that no, this is going to happen, and till this is not done, I'm not going to give up. Whether I am broke, whether I don't have money, whether I don't have time, whether I don't have knowledge, but I have a dream. I don't care whatever I don't have. I just care about whatever I do have, and that is my dream, and that is my persistence, that is my consistency, and that is my goal, and most importantly that is my vision. And that's why this core, which is more that always keeps me going, is by Steve Jobs, are people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. And I think There are very rare people in this world who want to change the world, and I am one of them. Although it might sound a little, what you can say, uh, this is like when we start, the josh is very high initially, that we're gonna do the startup. But when we get into the process, it gets so frustrating and so depressing, because this is not an easy journey. Entrepreneurship is never a easy journey, it was never supposed to. So but it is definitely a journey worth taking. So always focus on, like, you can say, creating value, not valuation. Because the value that you give to the society and bring a positive change or positive impact is all that matters. And what you can say, the people, when you really make your customers happy from your of like from your product or service what you're building, money is automatically going to follow it. And you don't even need your investment or capital to start a business. All you need is a good team, is a great vision, and consistency. Every day you do, not like, some days you're very much motivated and you do it, and some days you don't feel like waking up from your bed. But keep going, because that's what is the mantra. When people ask me what exactly we're gonna do, it's just experiment, keep research, and keep going. I think that's the only mantra that I know about, and I applied in, uh the learning mindset, the learning mentality, and the success or achieving mindset. I think that's what matters a lot. So, lastly, once again, I would repeat the same thing, that focus on create value, not valuation. And entrepreneurship is all about a journey um, that would take you, like, even if you're going to fail, you're going to succeed, fail over everyone's success. That's something, is a very fun and a very, you can say, a fun fact, and a very important fact about entrepreneurship as well. Thank you so much. I think, like,
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for that talk, ma'am. And very spirited and from the heart. So I'm sure a lot of people will take inspiration from that. And before we leave, uh, I request you to watch our detox from our disruptive uh, literacy movement by Global Dream, which has been an initiative by Dr. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. The whole idea is to ensure everyone's participation in a people's movement to ensure foundational literacy and numeracy for our brothers and sisters who are not so fortunate as we are. And on this, we have several talks a day. And for more information, please go to 740-840-1000. So, thank you, ma'am. Uh, how would you sum up your entering this entrepreneurship, which you're so passionate about?
okay, so summing up, I would say that I started when I had zero knowledge about technology, about fitness industry, and about business. But what kept me going is the fact that if you are just consistent, and you keep a learning mentality, and you keep interacting with people, because networking is very important. I suppose this is the first step and a very crucial step. You need to do a lot of professional networking, be it in the professional networks like LinkedIn, or attending conferences, because that helps a lot building that mindset, that entrepreneurial mindset. So I think that's the first step that I would like to mention here. And about me, it's not going to be easy journey. You have to be so strong mentally and emotional, like you have to practice emotional intelligence a lot, because that's going to get you a long way. Otherwise, you are gonna give up if that motivation from inside is lacking. you cannot pursue, you cannot be here in this entrepreneurship journey. So you have to be very strong mentally and very very like determined that what you want to pursue. Like this is the thing that I want to pursue in my life, and this is the dream I want to make a reality, this vision a reality. So no matter what happens, I'm not going to give up. I think this is the only thing that will just take you and will make you or break you. That's the only thing that decides what exactly is going to happen with your venture.
So, ma'am, how many people in Bhubaneswar are aware that they should be fit and are willing to pay for it?
Oh, there are like we did a little surveys. So the survey was around 200 people. But right now we are focusing on our product more. Like we are going to launch our MVP real soon. So afterwards we are going to do campaigns. We used to do little events, but that's not exactly professional because we didn't have our main product ready right now. But yes, we did small events in parks and all. And there are like our honorable chief minister Navin Patnaik. He also gives a motivation to every youth and every people of Odisha that you should be fit, because he's the one who lost his weight. And he was like being after being a politician and being indulged in so many busy schedule, he takes out time for workout and exercise. So Odisha people are really motivated, and it really has a potential. That's the reason that I decided to go with this idea, and we'll spread it real soon, like within next few months. That's it, I think.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for being with us. Good afternoon, and good afternoon, everybody else. See you again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.